So I sat down today to try to write out an email outlining how thermodynamics, which is MECE110 at RIT, will work this fall. But as I was sort of constructing the email, I figured that maybe it'd be better to try to talk to you more directly in a video. So I'm going to send out this link and also post it in the announcements on my courses. I just wanted to give you a bit of an overview of what thermodynamics is going to look like this fall when we return to campus next Wednesday. So you may have heard a little bit about this idea of blended classes that we're going to be doing at RIT. Maybe you've looked on SIS and you see that some of your classes are following some kind of a different blended model. Maybe some are totally virtual. So I wanted to describe exactly what we're doing in thermodynamics. So in thermo, we're going to be doing this blended model, which is an A-B split. So we're calling it an A-B split because we're taking the class and dividing you into two groups. So split 1 and split 2. This is true for all three separate sections. So you will have a section number, 1, 2, or 3, and then within each section, you will be split into either split 1 or split 2. Now, what does that mean? So every week, we're going to be meeting on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Split 1, I believe, you'll have to check SIS, but I believe that split 1 in all three sections will meet in the classroom on Monday. At that point, split 2 will be watching a synchronous video on that same Monday at that same time. Then on Wednesday, we'll switch so that split 2 is in the classroom and split 1 is at home watching the Zoom. Now on Friday, we will meet virtually 100%. So both splits will be watching virtually on Friday. So that's the general type of blended class that will run in thermo. In RIT speak, or at least the sort of the verbiage that's been given down from the administration, this is an ABOS split synchronous class. So we're meeting 3 times a week. Split A comes in on Monday. Split B comes in on Wednesday, and everyone is virtual on Friday. So how do you figure out what split you're in? So this is what my SIS looks like. This is a snip from what my SIS looks like. And here I can see, for example, the first section of thermodynamics. So I'll be teaching the first and second sections of thermodynamics. So in that whole section, we have 43 enrolled students. Now that's broken down into 2 splits. One split is 22 and the other split is 21 people. So you can tell because here you'll be given, I think you'll only see one of these splits, whether you're in MECE110 01, that's the section, S1, that's split 1, or MECE110 01 S2, that's split 2. So you should see if you're in split 1. Now we can see that on Monday, you'll be in Building 9, James Gleason Hall, 2139. But on Wednesday, you'll see you're online. Now, if you're in split 2, then you see on Monday, you're online, but on Wednesday, you're in the building. So whether or not you're in section 1, 2, or 3, you should see something like this on SIS. So what if you don't want to be in class at all, right? So this is always an option for you, right? I encourage you to come into class normally every class, right? But if you choose not to, if you don't feel comfortable or you have some sort of health reason, either for yourself or the people that you're coming in contact with, that's fine with us in this class. So in this class, we have what's called a full flex option. So what this means, at least what this means to me, is that you can come into the room if it's your day to come into your room based on your split. But if you don't want to come into the room, that's fine. You can watch from home on your Zoom, sort of in the Zoom meeting. You can watch this online whenever you want if you don't want to come into class. We'll also have another option in this class. So because I've had the opportunity to teach a thermodynamics class over the summer, I had a lot of time to make some pre-recorded video content. So there is pre-recorded video content for every lecture in this class. So if you would prefer to take this class in some sort of asynchronous manner so that you're not coming into class or watching a Zoom meeting at the prescribed time for this class, you can also access these pre-recorded videos through the My Courses website. So here, this is the My Courses website for the fall of MECE110. So this says it's for all 3 sections, 1 to 3. You go into content, and then you can go to this section here, Scherzer's pre-recorded lectures and starter sheets. So then you'll have a list, 37 different lectures in this class, and we have material for all 37 of these lectures. So in this bin in the content section, you can either click on one of these links to a video. So if you do that, you'll be taken to a YouTube video, which is a pre-recorded lecture that I've made that is the same material that I'll be presenting in class for that same lecture. Now, whether or not you're coming into class or not coming into class, for certain lectures, for many lectures in this class, we'll go through example problems as well. And in a normal year, I would print out these starter sheets, and then we can work through problems together as we're going through the lecture. Now, we'll still be working through a lot of problems together over the semester, but I don't think I'm going to be printing and handing out these handouts. So instead, I will encourage you before class to go into this same pre-recorded lectures bin in the content, and if there is a starter sheet for that day, either print off a copy for yourself or potentially be prepared to sort of have it open if you're bringing a laptop into class. And even if you're not, I will still be working through these problems either in the PowerPoint slides, kind of like how this message is being delivered. So you can see that in the pre-recorded lectures. And I'll probably also do some experimentation working with a writing tablet in class, going with these starter sheets and working through problems so that they're projected on the screen, but also projected through Zoom to people watching at home. So there's lots of content that's available for this class, and you can access that whether or not you choose to come into class or not. But if you are coming to class, please only come into class on the day that your split is scheduled to come in, whether that's Monday or Wednesday. Finally, we've also gone through and I've prepared videos for the first 3 lectures that we normally give in the class. A lot of this, particularly these first 2 lectures, are basically going through a bunch of fundamental definitions that you'll need to know for thermodynamics. The third lecture is probably mostly review for you. This is about how we're going to be solving problems and sort of the way we're going to construct our answers when we're filling in homework. So because this is sort of boring for us to do in class, what we've decided to do now that we have these video lectures is to assign these video lectures as sort of preparation work before we get into class. So it's about 90 minutes of video if you're watching on YouTube at 1x speed. So a lot of this, again, is just definitional. So don't feel like you have to watch it at 1x speed. But we're going to test you in quizzes on the material that's in these lectures. So it's important that you go through these. So I think there's 2 big benefits of having these pre-recorded lectures that you can do in preparation for starting the course. The first is that classes will be less boring because I'm not just reading definitions to you. But the second will be it frees up more lecture times during the semester where we can do review. So in particular, if you look at the syllabus, which is posted on My Courses, we have a significant number of review lectures before the first midterm, the second midterm, and the final. And a lot of those days come because we're pushing these 3 lectures into preparation work. So I'm looking forward to meeting you next week, or for some of you, I guess I won't see you until the Monday after that. But I can't wait till we can get started on this class and start learning about thermodynamics, because it honestly is my favorite course in the mechanical engineering curriculum. So I will see you soon. Take care.